and 1 year with mindful movement in AARP, Alabama. I am Margie Curry. I am your host for this particular episode with certified instructor Becca Impello. Becca has been teaching and practicing yoga for more than 20 years. Want to remind you that, remember, AARP empowers people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that has over 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate for those 50 plus and their families. AARP is committed to offering opportunities for people to stay engaged from your home. The Mindful Movement series provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your home in a brand new year, too. Well, Becca, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Margie.
Hey, what do you have for us today?
Well, it is a new year, as you've just mentioned. So I've got a couple little just meditative things for us to think about, to contemplate for our greeting of the new year and moving away from the old year. So we'll do a little bit of that, both at the beginning and the end. And then we'll do a nice mindful practice for our whole body, but with a little extra for the neck and shoulders is what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, all right then. Everybody, just please remember to stay in touch with your physician before you begin any type of physical movement with it. So we are ready to get started in our brand new year. All right, Becca, take us away.
All right, thanks, Margie. Yeah, so we are greeting the new year, and you maybe have already done some of your, mindful or ritualistic practices that you might do to meet every year. And I'm going to just share with you something that I like to do. So I'm going to start here with we could call it a meditation or a contemplation. I'm going to give you sort of 3 questions to contemplate actually about the year past. And then we're going to take those same thoughts into our end of the practice today to greet the new year that's ahead of us. All right, so just sit tall. We're going to use a chair for our practice today, that we will stand up some as well. So just sit comfortably, sit tall, maybe close your eyes if you would like. Just take a few deep breaths in and out here. Or just become aware of your breathing, aware of your body. And thinking back on the year that's just passed, that's just ended, I've got 3 questions for you just to briefly contemplate. You could, of course, spend more time with these questions later on if you'd like. So thinking back on the last year, what are some things you learned about yourself in 2022? Just take a few moments, about a couple of breaths, just contemplating, what did you learn about yourself? What sort of self-discovery, self-knowledge did you gain in 2022? And then also considering the year past, what new things did you welcome into your life? What new habits did you adopt in 2022? So what was new for you in the past year? Think about that for just a moment, for a couple of breaths. And then the last and third question for contemplation about the year past is, what did you let go of in 2022? So what are you no longer doing or worrying about or, incorporating into your life? What have you stopped or let go of in the past year? Think about that for just a few breaths. So again, our 3 contemplation questions were, what did you learn about yourself? What new habits or new changes did you welcome in last year? And what did you let go of in the past year? Right, so those are questions you might journal on or think about some more for yourself. And then, as I mentioned at the end, we'll turn those around for some affirmations looking towards the year to come. All right, but let's go ahead and do some movement for the body. Sit forward towards the front of your chair and just start with a nice tall upright spine and head, and begin to rotate the head and neck right and left. So you're going to keep all these movements within a range that feels comfortable and well controlled for you. We're not going to move into anything that's painful. You may experience, something that's a little tight or a little stiff, or maybe even on the edge of soreness, but you've got to judge if that soreness is an okay sensation or a warning sensation, right? That's up to you. And again, we've already advised you, consult with your doctor if you have concerns about doing any kind of exercise. All right, now bring it back to center and drop that chin down, and then pick the head up. Go down and up a couple times. We're just exploring what's our movement like here in the neck today. Good. And then our last movement for the neck, to start with at least, is a side-to-side movement, a tilting. So sort of just dropping the ear towards the shoulder and tilting that head side to side, right and left. Noticing what kind of movement you have there. This is typically the smallest amount of movement of these three that we've done so far. So don't be surprised if you can't move super far in this direction. All right, now let's move on to a little bit of movement for the shoulders, because all those muscles that run from your neck, they go down to your shoulder blade or your upper arm bone or your chest. So moving those shoulders around is a great way to loosen things up for your neck. All right, so nice big shoulder rolls. You can do this with some breathing if you like. It's a great way to make it a little more of a mindful movement. Inhale as you bring the shoulders forward and up. Exhale as you bring them back and down. Let's do that a couple more times with breath. Inhale up. Exhale back and down. Two more. One more. All right, now we're going to do just a little bit of gentle strengthening for the neck. And we can think of this as just some toning, just gently activating the muscles that support our neck and hold our head up, and waking them up and strengthening them is a great way to just have more stability and more ease of movement for your neck. You're going to make these presses into your hands very gently with, nothing maximal, nothing real forceful, right? So let's start with the hands behind the head. You're just going to interlace the hands behind your head, sit up nice and tall, take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, gently press your head back into your hands. Your hands resist, so your head doesn't actually go anywhere, and then relax. Exhale and press gently back into those hands. Relax. Press back. One more time. Good, and then release, bring those hands down. Now you're gonna bring one hand, or maybe just the fingertips. It could be the palm or the fingers right to the center of your forehead, right? You could do both hands if you want, just to keep it more symmetrical, or it could just be one hand, all right? And you're gonna put those hands right on your forehead, and you're gonna just press your head into those fingertips or into those palms, and then relax, just like we did going backwards, right? So a couple more times. Press and relax. Press and relax. Two more. Press, relax, and drop those arms down. Take a moment just to relax. Notice how things are feeling for you. Remember, these presses are gentle. They're light, not maximal effort. Now we'll go to the side. So place one hand just sort of right on your temple or the side of your head, and you're going to turn into that hand. So I'm turning as if I'm trying to turn my head to the right, and then relax. And then turn it into that hand again and relax. Turn gently and then relax. Two more. And relax. One more. Good. And then we do the other side, same way. So hand right there to the temple, gently turn towards that hand, just pressing into that hand. Two more. Turn, press into the hand, relax, turn, and relax. Drop that hand down. Let's do those shoulder rolls again a couple times. All right, now we're going to make another mobility movement for the neck. All right, so this time we're going to turn the head to one side, drop that chin down to the shoulder or down towards the collarbone, and then slowly bring it across the chest. Keep this a slow motion kind of thing. Go as far as you comfortably can to the other shoulder, lifting that chin up And then slowly bringing that chin up and over the top, tilting back only as far as feels comfortable to your neck. No pain, remember. And let's do that circle again. Chin down towards the collarbone, slowly across, all the way over to the other shoulder, and lift up. And one more time in this direction, that same direction of circling. Go nice and slow. Noticing how this feels. You may have some cracks and pops and that kind of thing. Now let's reverse direction. So just lift that chin gently back up, bring it all the way over to that other shoulder, and then down and across the chest. Same thing, but just reversing direction. Chin up. Slowly across the chest. One more circle. All right, and then bring that head back to center. Again, go back to those shoulder rolls. All right, now we're going to move on to some other parts of the body as well because we don't want to neglect the rest. So let's sweep the arms out to the sides and up overhead, a big tall reach, stretch the sides of the waist, and then exhale those arms back down. Press down into the feet, press down into your hips to get taller, longer through the waist. Exhale down. If your arms don't go all the way overhead, feel free to bring them a little more in front if that's easier for you, or to just stop wherever it is that you need to stop with that arm movement. Let's do 3 more. Big, tall reach. Exhale down. 2 more. Exhale down. Last one. Now just drop one arm down, maybe hold the side of the chair and stretch up and over. Now if you need to bring that top hand to the crown of your head or to your heart because your shoulder's not happy with that reach, that's a great option to take. And then bring it back to center. Sweep both arms up again. Go the other way, dropping one arm down, reaching up and over through the side waist. Remember your arm choices. You can drop that hand to the head or the heart as you take that stretch over. And then bring it back up to center. Now let's take a little bit of a twist. So sit tall and twist gently to one side. Bring the hand across to that front knee just to help you hold place. Lift up tall through the chest and give that head just a little more movement there at the top. Turn the chin forward, turn it back. Good. Now release and come back to the center. Sit tall. Exhale and turn your twist the other way. You can again hold to the front knee if you want. You maybe hold the back of your chair as well. Sit up nice and tall, and if you'd like to keep moving that head, you can turn it back and forth again. Good, and then release it, come back to front. All right, let's go ahead and stand up so we can do a little bit more for the rest of the body. You can use that chair if you like, if you want to have something to hold on to for balance, then just take that chair and either turn it or you move around it just so you can easily touch the top of the chair back if you want to for any balance related help or steadiness there. So let's go ahead and take one leg back, the other leg forward. Kind of coming into what we call a warrior stance. And let's just loosen up those legs a little bit by lunging in and out. Doesn't have to be a big, huge movement. Just bend that front knee, maybe so it goes, over the ankle or maybe just a little bit past the ankle. Keep the back heel nice and grounded. Good. Now keep that front knee bent. Let's do a little work for those arms. And start with the hands at the heart. Firm legs. Lift that belly up. And let's pull back and then push forward. Feel free to push forward and touch if you need that balance check. Pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades. push forward. This is really a good movement for the neck and the shoulders also. Inhale as you pull, exhale as you push. Inhale, pull, exhale, push. 2 more. Good, now pull back and see if you can extend those arms back. Do one arm at a time if you feel you need to keep holding onto the chair. Lift up through the chest and the collarbones. Try to get a little more spread across that front body. And then release those arms, step it in, and just pause here a moment. Feel free to roll the shoulders or turn the head at any time that you want to just move that area or shake anything off there. Let's switch sides. So take the other leg back. Same stance that we just did. We'll do that movement in and out of the lunge first. Bend the front knee and then straighten. Back and forth. Keeping that back leg grounded, knee straight, glute active. 2 or 3 more times. And now let's hold that front knee bent. Push firmly into those legs. Lift up from the belly, standing tall. And again, hands start at the heart for a pull and push. Try to do that with your breathing. Inhale to pull back. Exhale to push forward. Two more. Good, now go ahead and pull back and reach back. So the arms reach back behind, roll those shoulders back, lift up through that chest. And relax, drop those arms, step it in. Just take a moment here. You can shake out, roll out those shoulders a little bit if you'd like. Now let's use the top of the chair as a place to rest the hands so that we can walk the feet back and start to get that spine and arms coming a little closer to parallel with the ground. Now you don't have to get that low, right? So maybe for you, the stretch back is not all the way to flat, and that'd be okay. All right, so you take it wherever feels comfortable for you, stretching out through the shoulders, through the rib cage, through the back. Push back into those hips. It's okay to have your knees bent some if you need to. All right, and then lift up and let's step the left foot forward. Okay, you can adjust that stance if you need to get a little closer. All right, you can leave that right hand on the chair if you want, or you can lift it up for a little more challenge. All right, we're going to take the left hand and do a pull, turning or twisting, and reach the arm back if it's comfortable, looking back in that direction, and then bring it all the way back around to the front. Okay, so again, pull back with the left, so you're twisting, reach back if that's comfortable, turn it back to the front. 2 more times, pull and reach, back to the front, pull and reach, and back to the front. Now let's straighten that front knee and just take a little stretch here. Bend forward over that front leg with that front knee straight, front thigh active. Lean into that stretch as far as you feel comfortable going. Some of you might even want to take those hands down to the chair seats, depending on the flexibility in that leg. Good, and then let's come on up from that. Step in. Just pause a moment. Notice how you feel through your body. And then let's take it to the other side. So the right foot is forward, and the left foot is back. All right, right knee bent. Remember, you can hold on to the chair or not. Pulling back with that right arm, and then maybe extending it back as well, and then coming back around to the front. Pull, extend. So we got a little twist going on here. Pull, extend, back to the front. Pull, extend. One more time. And back to the front. Good. Now straighten that front knee. Straight spine. Lean forward. Just go until you feel some stretch in the back of that leg. A couple more breaths here. All right, and then come on back up. And one more time, we're going to walk back with both legs. Straighten out, lengthen out through the arms and the spine. Go as far as feels comfortable for you. Maybe move those knees and hips a little bit for a little more loosening up there for the low back and the hips. All right, and then let's walk it back in. We're going to come back to seated and finish up a few more things for the neck and the shoulders and end with our New Year's affirmations. So just come back to your seats. Go ahead and just take those arms out with the elbows bent. And you'll take one hand behind your head, the other hand behind your back. And then bring them back out to where they started. And then switch. So we got the hand down low with the palm facing back, the hand up high with the palm facing the head, back out to center. Now you can go as far behind here as you, your shoulders will let you. But again, I don't want you to feel any pain or sharpness in those shoulders. So just keep alternating, mobilizing the shoulders and shoulder blades. Good. Do one more each side. Good. Now take those arms out wide and then wrap them around the chest. All right. So you got one arm on top of the other. Take note of which arm is up high. Take a deep breath into your upper back, and you can get as rounded here as you want. Maybe just a slight drop of the chin, maybe more rounded through the whole upper back. And then lift back up tall again. Notice which arm is on top. Spread those arms out. And come back in with the other arm on top. Again, deep breath into that upper back. Maybe round forward a bit. And then sit back up tall, release those arms. Now sit right at the front edge of your chair if possible. And see if you can reach back and grab hold of something behind you. So maybe you can grab your chair, the uprights on the back. Maybe you grab the seat of the chair down near your hips. So see if there's somewhere where you can grab hold of. And try to roll those shoulders back. Now if you can't quite grasp the chair, you can't get your arms in that close, no worries. Go back and reach back sort of like we did in standing. Breathe into that chest. And then release. Gentle, slow roll of those shoulders. Good, and then gentle turn of the head, right and left. Good, now sit tall, tilt your head over towards the left shoulder. Just let the weight of the head fall over there. Drop that right arm down to the side. And then sweep that right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pull that right elbow right down towards your waist. As you pull down, you'll feel a stretch through that right side of your neck. Reach the arm back up as you inhale. The stretch should go away. Exhale, pull down. You decide how far. Reach up, release the stretch. Exhale, pull that arm back down into that stretch. 2 more times. And then bring that hand back to your lap. Slowly bring the head up. Just pause a moment. Notice your right side, left side. Compare how they feel. All right, sit tall. Let's drop the head to the right. So just tilt the right ear towards the right shoulder. The left arm drop down. When you're ready, inhale. Sweep that left arm up. Exhale, pull that elbow down towards the waist, toward the hip. Feel that stretch on the left side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pull back down. Two more of these. And then bring that hand back to your lap. Slowly bring the head back up to center. You can see how things feel. Again, compare the two sides. If you need to shrug or roll those shoulders a little bit, you can certainly do that. And then scoot back, get a little more comfortable or supported in your chair if you'd like. Again, maybe close your eyes. Let's think back to those 3 questions that we posed for the year past. I asked you to think about what you learned about yourself, what new changes or habits you brought into your life, and what did you let go of last year? Right? Whether you fully answered those questions or not, we're going to look towards the new year, and you can just repeat these affirmations to yourself or say them out loud if you like. I am open to learning more about myself in the new year. I will welcome new things and new habits in the year to come. I will endeavor to let go of things I no longer need in the year to come. Let's just take a few more moments. If you're repeating any one or all 3 of those phrases again to yourself, being open to learning new things, especially about yourself, being open to new habits, to change, because change is inevitable. Being willing to let go. Some things are hard to let go of, some things are more easy to let go of, but undoubtedly there are things we should move on from as we go through life. Being willing to be open to what those are. Go ahead and open your eyes if they're still closed. Bring your hands up to the heart. Greeting the new year with gratitude and sending our gratitude out to AARP of Alabama for continuing to provide these opportunities for us to, move and be mindful together in 2023. Thank you so much for joining, and we hope to see you next Tuesday.
And thank you, Becca. AARP, we thank you very much for that wonderful session today. And everyone, we'd love to know what you think about our program as we move into a new 2023. So make sure that you have any questions or comments. Feel free to let us know. And thank you for joining us with AARP Mindful Movement this morning. And remember to join us each Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time for another session with Mindful Movement. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Becca. See you later. Bye. Have a great day.
You.